Ebusia ye mama kwa basonko so the Ghana Politics Avenue so ebusia ye mbura ye nsemu. Ebusia ye bebreki ne wa ha de mamo efa Abronye insult o insult Adenta Circuit Judge atem any impanyimfo bi Ghana ase ama enam ono so nti ama omo reminding for 2 weeks enam ensema okeka efa judge no ama omo bebeli no na ni bail conditions na omo de ma no omo ka se onfa ne passport ene ne document bi mbra Abronye refuse say or ne passport and in document in the baba because of say opposite ede udwane free Ghana ha nti ofili ti another Abronye ko PM or court ama judge ni bisa ni say okase onfa ne passport mbra na ewen Abronye ye de eka che judge ni say opese okosku ana say opese okosa ne ho yare wa abrochi ana judge ni say da bida Abronye we de dwane na opese udwane free Ghana ha ti no enya de a ye be mo wa continue sasu ko dem for 2 weeks till say odo o passport and also document in beba and sana ye be release o Abronye de ne dwane na opese o dwane enye say school bi ana say yare bi na opese okosa ne ho yare mo mi enko tie ensema Kevin Taylor e ka fa Abronye case no ye ba de dia ka betom so
the passport the first case ano ye che no na nyoma e ka ho a ye say onfamra na ye ma ne bill no na the passport kan ho also odeba na ye to ho na ye ma ne bill na Abronye anye enti ende oba court no na judge ne say ye be ma bill no first one no ye ka say for passport bra na engine to ho se na be ye hia umre bia ana untumi ntu kwan abra sebio wa asem ne da ho koso adenti na wafamba Abronye say no passport no de akoma embassy bi o ko school abrochire ko hwe no ho yare enti ontu na judge ne say bo the law is the law enti baby a passport no wo bia no wo be hyem passport no be kan yensa na you and I don't think anybody will sit obi na adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa be ka say judge ne tiamra I don't see anywhere judge ne be tiamra and you these politicians who sometimes you just come out and say anything. Oh, people are using a bail condition as a dance because the judge is working within the law. So we MPP ni begina bonte because I judge in the time Abronye and him fan a judge in the time Abronye. Ya mau emra diso na kofie na bra court. Sam ran when diso okodru court you say o passport no here o say an ono Abronye no o say ono obeso ko school abruchire kwasia. Or say or no judge no me yare into me passport no me da come embassy bia me kwaji visa abuofunu or kwaji visa dwane Abronye we odidi nkwasi asem no wi odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa de nim sa chenchena woni ma chenchena odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa de nim sa chenchena no akotete into akoteta na adwene se emu badwo because Ghana fo agimi de oye ne se obedi nkwasi asem no wi otutwa ntroto nkofo so a owi na akotete sa chenchena into teta be 3 weeks 1 month no aba no asabe tutuntosio sa no asoroko right now emrane ni di and I don't expect any individual na adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa beka say this one the court is being hard on Abronye because technically time na Abronye dem first time no na nkeni see yi no because he did not provide a passport. And from that time, no, now go say Abronye dem till now because the conditions are account bill no, and they say provide your passport, get sureties and blah 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 blah. And then I want person the passport in my court no, meaning Abronye does not respect the court. Abronye bu court for no. At the end of the day, what did the judge in Yatem no? He is still disrespecting the court. The man be pay court and they say, "Okodi the judge in Yatem." Okodi the judge atem okokan some to judge so or sa kodu court na or sa disrespect the court no if the judge sitting there no Abronye mbu no it is akwa the nim sa chenchena we enkwasiade oya no and you see I keep telling the MPP sa nyoma we na mu defend no and the be ma power bana aye den wan hwe betra 42 years no the MPP no ma imagine say enkwasiade bi o me defend it enkwasiade bi o me support it. So you get a fool like Afenyo Markin. Obi ko din kwasi asem kra na echena. So MPP ni it does not work like that. Ghana no enye je ekufo Ghana ni bi me. People are now rational. People are now asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. It what junior will say, yeah MPP for nko ade. Obi Jimmy o say ko di nechi a. It pulls with your closeness to power na echi ko echire. Because what happens in say afa obi abe hu se munimu nyansa mo Jimmy he. Small girl here na say echi na omu release ni. Na me expect to say omu koyi girl ni free jail hodomo no I am a girl ni bail no I was expecting them to come out and say you this girl your actions were wrong adia we you know it is bad We are telling you as a political party today, Yaba Abe save you. We want to say this on TV to every single young man, young woman in Ghana. Say, Sadia way, Omusia, na Sebio, police chioma. We as a political party, Yebumra, and Yedimraso, until we are not going to come out and come demonstrate or fight for your release. Sanka MPP, but what did they do? Omo de abayu and who fear and who can sa ko share them ne ko die and we also go Kumasi. You see, so right now you could see that the party nyansani because I small girl way adio ye ko share jail no I send a recorder on to me more bra papa bia bi wona bra boma obeka sasa bodam for what you were supposed to do then na munya e de bail ma akora no na ma press conference na mo ma akora gina kan say you adia ya ma wende ya because we want to send a message to the young people out there omokasama ye ne MPP for sebi ohwe bra wo bra ye passport kura wo ni bi enti ye pese kan wani mo TV so ma obi ehu say adia ya ye they send message akwa abontin ma Ghana for nkwara nyina ehu say you cannot sit on TikTok and say the things you said because ya chiwa ubedem. But what did they do? Sa ba you akwhye eye jailer onware ya ne ho kankan e no maso no tika mu. Instead of them to advise these young ones, now they are making this girl look like say onimunyansa, and that is the problem I have with the MPP. Akoya na fono say eye chale asi a okoyi girlie. Na me just onimunyansa kakra. We Jimmy because you see the party have no principles again. Say obi Jimmy ni akoyi no obi Jimmy. There are people who genuinely sometimes they do things for party. You can genuinely see say where they are intentional, but you see. When that same person does something again, not close to what he did, then you start to ask yourself questions. But what the MPP does and say, Obi ko dinko yasamani ko ino ko chiaba omia. Erade. Obi Jimmy, okaso beku president na yirepe na ba omia ko chiano no akọ hage ba omia. Obi bakika nkwase sempe na ba omia se yenko yino. Na when you do this, what happens in the say ema obia onim nyansa bia hu se mwajimi. It's a party that is basically supporting this kind of life and to me fa nipa foforo bia meka party no ho. It me my advice to the party is say omwajimi to the point say right now no they support riffraffs out of pain. They cannot get out of election defeat, It's Jimini Biakasani China, ya MPP ni yakoyinu. No, you don't do that. That is not what party does. Party need to be strategic about the kind of people who basically communicate for them. MPP. So with this NDC, with this nobody's going to come pick you up. Yeah. The NDC will only come after assessing the situation. Anytime they pay NDC for us, no. Me MPP ni by any chain. The NPP, the NDC, they will sit, they will analyze your actions and then ask themselves questions before they come out to say, Belu. But you see, MPP, no say, Obi and Jimmy. The moment Okasatia Mahamo, Didi Mahama, Tamukwa, the Yankofano, none of your communicators can compare themselves to me as an MPP member. No, I have money to hire lawyers. That is why when I sit on TV or radio, I use facts to speak. Me pose a question to Samira. I have my facts. I never sit here and say things without my facts. It is how a young person out say, the MPP is becoming unattractive more Jimmy. And I'm going to TikTok, any Facebook. Monkwaya omugusi, a dear message pa no mo send ya magana. Monkwaya omugu TikTok, hey, yaba yabachi basinteli, hey, yaba yabachi sabijen. And when we need power, I'm telling you. Hey, share the table will tell. Me so unko Chinese restaurant da home. Oh, tomorrow is pregnant. Tomorrow can have miscarriage today. You know that. Tomorrow, that is pregnant, it can have miscarriage today. Jimmy, instead of you people, party executives, Jimmy, you cannot even sit and let people understand. So we are a young man, we are a young woman, make sure you stay within the law. But moko yin dying for every cells. Now I encourage you, moko, and this is tamo. You see, most of these people will be ex-convicts before 42 years of member power. You are so stupid. And Akwawe, Saudi Arabia said we're seeking asylum with different countries. Inti over 7 countries are we seeking asylum. Abronye. Inti koje passport na okwa na siki no siki. Inti ajana no akwasha ene no oye. We would say MPP na entry for to me ma. We would say impeni from department no Jimmy. Inti siki asylum with different countries. Inti right now the oye and say or the passport car also, I'm a refugee, give me asylum. Or cause I'm a refugee. Ain't it the oil and into a Vienna code and second passport and also Miko UK aba. okope ogochiripe no akwa no akwhye Sweden oh ogochire no akwhye Belgium sana na akwa we opeso ye they don't want to live here again omo say MPP no majimi and they are fooling the young ones now mamene de aba Kennedy de ye lose bibida Kennedy so a platform the side brand we are Kennedy was catching a brand we ye nim Kennedy cha brand we Kennedy are powerful on the streets that brand so this is just a young boy Kennedy can dissolve for a long time I sat in a course no and I wouldn't lie at a point I said things to Kennedy but I wasn't too open about how I would react to Kennedy because I was being very careful. But I realized in Tokwano or the back and forth between myself and Kennedy, it was veering into Ebusia instead of the facts because Kennedy did not challenge the document that I put out. But what Kennedy did was that he was just coming after me to put some fear in me for me to basically quail in and leave everything. So the MPP can keep going. With Kennedy, when he came in, because of how they lied to him, he was basically trying to suppress me from every angle. Family, religion, friends. At a point, I realized that Kennedy, I can say, oh, me papa investigations or boise, and me papa a lot. And that's what I'm saying. I don't blame him because when you are fed with wrong information, say be a Kennedy aba asmo bi aba boy say MPP for mama bibi about Kevin Taylor papa obi a honestly MPP near our time no obeto betwa Kennedy in trouble Kennedy will take it because if you are boy you get it. My father is one of the people who worked with Sam Jonah at AGA time and different Goldfields. My dad worked with Goldfields. My dad is one of the young, with all due respect, I'm not disrespecting anybody, one of the young rich people in Obuasi when we're growing up. He's one of them. My father is the first manager of Anglo-Good Ashanti football club. My dad played for Goldfields Football Club. My dad played in Nigeria. My dad played for Takwa Mines. My dad's playmate is Akwesiapia. The Akwesiapia, So every time Akwesiapia comes to Obuasi, he came to my house. My dad's playmate on any ball. My dad was once called to the Black Stars. My dad played dwarfs. So he had gone through the mill to get to this point. He worked with Anglo-Good Ashanti. You get what I mean? So when people say things about your father and they are not true, you don't react. But you see, at a point, Kennedy veered into some places not no cry. It was basically to disgrace Kevin Taylor. So I called my father. I said, Dad, I know you don't like these things, but what Kennedy is doing, I want to react. And people haven't seen my other side. So, if it is Kennedy you want to react to, then react to him. But you've got nothing to do with Kennedy parents. So that's what my father told me. Say, me Kennedy parents in Intokwa because me nimomo. Me nim Kennedy pa mame and I nim Kennedy papa. But as a man, a married man, if I want to pick my fight, I should pick a fight with Kennedy because Kennedy no way then and no problem. That was the advice my dad gave me. That was when I activated. It's a Hona Ghana focus. Hey, your brand is so mwadie. But I know referee is some Kennedy kind. And that's what I'm saying tonight. I have nothing against Kennedy, with all due respect to him. I mean, I come on the position, man, come here. I would have done it. Yeah. So I also activated, and then it became a whole episode. But who will say Kennedy didn't talk no a free by to attach your contract or sign here, and a man many Kennedy Benya issue. You see, it is a whole check. Kennedy and myself, we didn't know each other. We never had any friendship. We never had anything in common. But Kennedy was fighting for somebody. At the end of the day, attach your and the on defending Kennedy own to me. During the time Kennedy episode flag bearer of MPP, I start to ask or see Kennedy a bottom. The same Atachiano na Kennedy was defending. Atachia told Kennedy so about them because Opeba. Now, no problem. So the Kennedy back and forth, it went on. At a point, Kennedy said he's going to sue me. Oh, America. This is one person who, this is Ekufuado part 1, part 2. One person, one platform. So I activated and it be crazy. Kennedy said, oh, we didn't attempt too much. I can't send me any. When you say Kennedy suit, na or contactee Ekuya Poki. Nani deal was suiting. Do you know? Yeah. Kennedy suit Oba America be sue or contact Ekuya Poki, Nekuya Poki di wom, the betchew. Adaya, Kennedy say, me made the Ekuya Poki atem. It's not the di wom, or admit say, on funny di shim. Now, Ohiana as a witness or on friend. Yeah. I didn't say anything. Intimuaha, and Kennedy, me who said, Belly Faba legitimately sued me and sued my company, Loud Silence Media and Kevin Taylor, demanding $19 million or something like that, right? So I had no option than to activate my lawyers. I had 3 lawyers. Each of the lawyers takes $400 an hour. Yeah. Me lead lawyer, now your bar. So Kennedy, me wanna Kennedy suit in by. I had to give it to my lawyers to look at it. And the suit was basically about defamation. Makan Sembitia Kennedy, I'm a good hoofing or a public servant. So what happened? We had to go to court. So I activated my lawyers. So what did the suit by the so responded here? So when we responded to his suit, the first one there, Kennedy had to amend his case. Meaning, he saw there were a lot of loopholes in his case. So he amended it. I think my response was like 200 pages. Kennedy's first one was like 36 pages. I remember, I have all the documents. So Kennedy basically was asking for $19 million. Mr. P says, how much was he asking for? $19 million. And you saw a lot of people on TV and on radio. Abronye from Germany, they came together and they were cheering. Mami from Penny from Mrewa. All that they wanted was that Kennedy may win case near Ghana. That was it. The anger towards me, the direct anger. Ultimate radio. Mami paid to Kevin there. Kennedy we kwa yen kuno near fanning Ghana. Yen shina or then as if for then amaye. The amaye nan say, but the documents of extra Ghana for say, Mumpen for we are crown for. That's all. It became a Kennedy fraternity against me. And what have I done wrong? What I've done wrong, then they say I was blunt in my statement. Where you come for, where you nyansa, where you Jimmy for, and krata when I just say where you we. That was my statement. So you saw the anger. You go to Ghana, so many every single media house reported the story. But you see, before that, now my scandals upon scandals. My scandals were blacked out in Ghana. It was only on Facebook, and the young people were picking it and reading it. Media houses never picked my story. That is where I have an issue with Randy Abbey. He never picked any of my scandals to talk about. It was personal, and I knew it. At a point, to me raise the issue of Randy Abbey shows no brushing off. You get it? But I didn't care. I was still doing my job. No media house picked my scandal. But sometimes they almost not TV, so they will talk. It will all at the end of the center on the job I have done with my team. Because I had the document and I had put the document on. NDC communicators to be called Radio Sunni TV. So Kennedy was asking for $9.5 million. NDC communicators got not TV. So no, don't mention that thing here. Obi na yes Obi. Any halitosis when they want to refer to my document, they are like, this is from unverified, uncultured. They use some grammar to demean Kevin Taylor. You are working hard. You are putting the documents out. You are doing everything. But the media that is supposed to question the document, they make people think you are mad. You'll be angry. You'll be pissed off. You are trying to save the people. And the media that you want to go through for the people to know the truth, they black you out because they also think, say, you are getting in their space. So you got so-called journalists in Ghana deliberately blacking me out. And they still do. They still do. But you see, I'm on top of all of them, so I don't care. So what happened was, you come to Ghana, and it was like Diamond the Pierre Ghana circle. Every media house, Kevin Taylor, Kennedy Japan, now man for free radio, so now man for free TV. Man, it's not fucking easy. That is where you get to know who Ghanaians are, the reality on the ground, the people who genuinely hate you. I'm a young man, so I say me jai. What do I lose? Over DMV, my father-in-law, he has his own law firm. My mother-in-law, she has her own law firm. My father-in-law was starting a law practice. I court 3 times. 3. He's an insurance lawyer. Or yet only arbitration. Case BNY would do less than 20 million case that. So I'm not somebody, if I quit this, I'll go hungry or go do 3 jobs or 2 jobs. No. Or even 1 job. Unless I decide. So I could have said, say, you know what? You can be business be because I've hustled. I've worked at Delta Airlines, at JFK. I've worked at Dean and DeLuca. I've worked at a container store. At least I have corporate experience. And I'm a so all these things were happening. And you ask yourself, where Ghana for you want to help them? These are Ghanaians. And there you say, you get Ghanaians, they are so in love with the hate. They are in Europe, America, especially Germany, UK. America crap put and shit and crazy. Germany in the UK. And they were all over the place. Oko Ghana, utia interviews. That was when Morris Ampa with Juma Baye, Kevin Taylor, and you know Interpol will pick him. And when Interpol say, between you know, I'm saying, damn it, these are people I want to help. These are people I want to help. I have nothing to lose. Without
when they say Kevin Taylor, a cafe, Abronye, or Abronye, Jana, Opeso Janet, and yet Yarabi no Cosan, who Yareo, Abrochi, a Janiana, Opesa Ujane, and say, Chino Martin, dear, so say, or then a passport, the banon, dear, or Yadia on be releasing. So on subscribing and not subscribing, no notification bell, no so, no share among you being a political airline, so I need the Yaka Abron.